For anybody who's importing from China and selling to the consumer, the most important thing is the product. And when I say the product, the quality of the product and the defect rate. So literally, the key thing about having someone like you out in China, where you're actually going to the factories, is doing the inspections, is that it's paramount. And one of the key things from my perspective is the fact that we actually get to see the inspection reports. So literally we know somebody's actually gone there, they've actually come out, looked at the products, and they've actually made sure that what we've actually paid for is what we're getting. Without that quality control and assurance, literally we don't have a business. Defect rates will kill any business where you're basically selling to the consumer, especially if it's in relation to an online environment, because fundamentally there's no point in increasing the volumes that you're going to be taking if you've got a high defect rate of a product, let alone if you want to think about starting to send it off internationally. We would probably be looking at, say, like a 3% defect rate. It's now basically close to zero, because if the defect rate and the feedback that you get from customers, the time that you actually have to spend dealing with customers and the actual cost. And fundamentally, it has a cumulative detrimental impact on your business. It's because literally people read reviews. When Imex first came on board, we actually got you to spend a lot of time looking at one of our products in terms of the quality of the packaging, because the defect rate at the time for that product was probably about, say, 5%. Today, it's probably about 0.5%. Because of the help that you've given us, we've basically, in the space of about 2 years, tripled the business. But one of our products effectively can survive being dropped from 0.5 metre and not have any damage. And without the work that was invested in the time by Imex in addressing that issue, we wouldn't have been able to reduce the defect rate for that product from about 3% to effectively zero. Where we had a spike with a new supplier, and we got a box over, we looked at it, and literally we opened it up and you can't go, there's an issue here, because whoever packaged that item, the last thing they would have seen was something sticking up where it was damaged. We effectively sat there, communicated with Imex the fact that we weren't happy with this supplier. You actually went out, found a much better supplier, and also there were issues in relation to how it was packaged. So literally, as a consequence of that, we ended up redesigning the packaging. And one of the fundamental things from my perspective is the fact that you actually listened, took on board what was being said to you, and actually off your own bat, effectively went off and actually redesigned the packaging. So with things like now, effectively that item can be dropped from 0.5 metre and still survive and not be damaged. Without doing that work, it basically means that the business wouldn't have been scalable. We love Adam's back garden, because so much of our product has been photographed on his lawn, and effectively we've had you hire professional photographers for us, is to take photographs of the product. So it means that while the product's actually being manufactured and it's actually on its way to the UK, we can actually focus on creating listings and the marketing of the product. What I need to do now, it's a bit like I've started off with a Skoda, and the primary objective now is to basically build a Ferrari.